Welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Brian. I'm excited to have here a guest in our studio, Mr. Adrian. Always has fun questions for us here, and we are learning and developing and growing. So be ready to learn. Have your pen and paper out so that we can receive what he has in stock for us. Yes, please.
Mr. Brian Kayongo, people who have read your book, The Enterprising Entrepreneur, and some who have watched your YouTube channel have sent some questions. They watched one of your videos when you talked about debt.
Yes.
Good debt and bad debt. In this video, can you remind them briefly about what bad debt is and good debt, and then focus on the advantages of good debt?
Okay, debt is defined in two ways. There's bad debt and there's good debt. So when you as an individual, you are trying to attain something like as a goal, or you're trying to achieve something, or you're trying to buy something, or you're trying to do an investment, look at debt like, okay, the debt which I'm going to attain right now, is it going to be good or is it going to be bad? So in that other way, that helps you to define which category of debt which you're getting. Let me say you get a debt like a mortgage debt. It's a good debt because it's going to help you to leverage in real estate. Because the number one opportunity you need to have in real estate is being able to attain as much debt on leveraging on real estate. You want to buy a 20-unit apartment complex, you need to utilize debt. Let me say you're buying a car using debt, but this car you're using it for transportation, you're using it for your business, to transport your equipments. That's good debt. Don't fear that debt, because that debt is backed up with your business making income and help you to increase your cash flow. And also it helps you increase your working capital, because you need that capital to be able to do payroll, to be able to buy new equipment in your business, to be able to hire new people in your business, so that you have a great team doing great things for you in the company, so that you can have higher production in your business and grow your business. So people should not fear debt, because debt is looked into a form of like a capital. That's how for me I visualize it, because in the things which I invest in, real estate, business, credit lines, when I get a business line of credit, that business line of credit, I can utilize it to pay my employees on time, instead of me waiting for my clients to pay me late and I'm not able to sustain my payroll. The business credit line will help me to do that. So that is a good credit. The purpose of what you are using the money for also defines how good that debt is. Let me say you get a credit card debt and then you go buy shoes. And you already have a pair of shoes. No, that's not good investment. Now you are investing in a pair of shoes with a credit card which you used, which has 18%. So just imagine you bought a shoe for 500, just add on another 18% until when you pay off that debt. So that's not good debt. People have got debt to go to school. But for me, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, I say like, okay, that's you putting your debt before you begin your lifetime. That's how I look at it. If you're utilizing debt as a student loan, you need to not to get as much as possible. Take as what you can afford. Look at the career you're going to be in. Can you be able to sustain that debt? I don't want you to leave when you have even $500,000 in debt. No. Go ask for scholarships. They're there. Me, when I went through school, I left with no student debt because I utilized scholarships. I worked. I did whatever it took me not to get student loans. And that's why I encourage everyone who is in school, don't wait when you leave school, you start working. Work before you leave school. All of us, we started high courses. We started courses which are tough, but because we utilized the opportunity that we entered in the working field, so by the time we finished school, it was just a smooth transition. But for you to be just a whole new ball game transition. And you also limit your resources, because by the time you finish school, for me, I've already built a network of where I'm going to be working. I've already got a connection. For you on the streets looking for a job. So please, don't wait to finish school to start working. Get something you do. That something will give you resources, will give you income, then it even can limit on how much you borrow as debt. I'll advise you, they help, but they don't help as much as for me, in my opinion. And this is my opinion, it's not a fact for anyone. So look into something of what you're trying to attain to do. Then you know, okay, the money I'm borrowing is going for the great cause, and that great cause can be able to repay back this debt and that great cause can be able to maintain this debt. That's the number one thing which I'll tell to people. Don't just look at debt as something bad. For all the things you want to attain, debt will help you also speed up the process. You want to buy 20 units, you use 75% of the bank's money to buy the 70 units and you have 25%. But if you had to raise almost like $10 million to buy that, it will take you a long time, a long period of time. I refer it so much into real estate because I do so much of the real estate part of utilizing debt and in business, and that's what mainly I will refer it to. So look at debt as a privilege. Mr. Adrian, do you have any additions which you think you have left out, please?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Brian. When I look around the buildings in Massachusetts,
Yes.
in Boston,
Yes.
a lot of them are financed using debt.
Yeah.
So debt is really good if it brings a return, like you have mentioned.
Yeah.
So the wealthy know this secret and are using it.
Yeah, using it
And
better.
so for the young people and entrepreneurs who want to be successful, debt is good if you know how to use it. And also, debt is advantageous when you're doing taxes.
Yeah.
Maybe you can add to that.
Because the interest which you are charging on the debt, it is one of the credits you can use on your taxes. Like, let me say, the income you have made and you borrowed money to make that income, the interest charged on this debt, it will be subtracted off from the debt which you own from the IRS. So there's those opportunities which people utilize. Like, okay, let me say you buy $1 million building, you can leverage it and depreciate it for a long time of like almost like 30 years. That is helping you for your tax advantage. So these are some of the few things which are part of the advantage of utilizing debt for the form of taxes.
Debt is very beneficial.
Definitely.
It's a huge aspect under leverage. If you want to do more, use debt.
Use debt. Thank you so much for hearing from me. I appreciate, and I'll have you here for the next time. Thank you. My name is Brian Kayongo.